Hey, check out this awesome picture I found on DeviantART.
Oh yeah, what is it? Looks like I'm making another DeviantART video. DeviantART is the gift that keeps on giving. I've covered it before, but I didn't go quite far enough into the rabbit hole of what the site can truly be like. So I want to dive back in and get totally lost in the dark, dark depths of what this weird art website can offer. I have a special, unique kind of hatred for this kind of stuff. It's almost more of a curiosity killed the cat situation, except instead of being a cat, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog and I've been eaten alive by some fan-created Sonic character. In an attempt to organize the pure insanity, I've split this video into a couple of little sections, starting with my extensive, kind of sickening yet fascinating favorites list. What are you doing? I saw the favorites tab and was very, very confused, and seeing no confirmation to the "it's all ironic" comments is making me slightly concerned. Well, this seems like an appropriate time for me to clear my browser history. Every time I go on DeviantArt, I happen to find something new to put into my infamous favorites list. Oh, yep, that's going in. I just want to preface that I do think that creativity and expression is a good thing. It's just, for there to be majestic, mind-blowing masterpieces of success, there also has to be whatever this is. It takes big swollen balls to put anything you've created out there onto the internet to be seen by strangers. Weird, creepy strangers. That doesn't mean it can't be funny though. I'd show the entirety of my favorites list, but problem is a lot of it simply isn't allowed on YouTube. So you can seek it out if you think you'd be ready for that. But instead I'd like to introduce you to a very professional art show of sorts, hosted by my cousin who's an art critic. Take it away. I art critique everything.
The top 5 pictures on DeviantArt, hosted by me. I art critique everything. Number 5. At number 5, we have a gorgeous piece celebrating the return of legendary Family Guy character Brian Griffin. If you were previously unaware, there was an episode of the aforementioned show, Family Guy, where Brian was hit by a car and violently died. He was brought back to life a couple of episodes later, and that is what we see here in this beautiful drawing. It celebrates life, love, dogs, and I guess Christmas. A truly emotional, delicate and heartwarming piece. It reminds us that life is fleeting, and that we'll probably never be as rich as Seth MacFarlane, which I don't know about you, makes me a little bit miffed. Number 4. I would be remiss to exclude a clever play on 2 of everyone's favorite characters of all time. Here we see a bold and dramatic photograph of someone dressed up as a Darth Vader minion, or, as the creator insisted on naming it, Darth Minion, or Minion Vader. They couldn't quite make their minds up on which to choose. The costume is curvaceous and vibrant, and is very clearly a statement on how Hollywood is so devoid of ideas that we're still clinging on to an icon from the 70s, alongside an animated chicken nugget, with goggles on. Number 3. Number 2. Remember Spy Kids? Remember the massacre in France in December of 2015? Well, I doubt you ever considered combining the two, did you, you bunch of simpletons? Here we see a tasteful and subtle use of a fan-designed Spy Kids original character, wishing thoughts and prayers to our allies overseas for the ghastly atrocity. This may lead you to ask, who? What? Where? When? And why? But I think this one speaks for itself. Number 1. Top art critics all around the world are divided on this controversial but thought-provoking piece. I think it's fair to say that no single person can fully understand or even begin to comprehend the levels of complexity and artistic design that has been considered for this perplexing and quite frankly mind-blowing work of art. With what appears to be a gargantuan swollen green creature playing baseball, like all good works, is pretty much entirely incomprehensible. I showed my very good friend who studied art history at Oxford University this mysterious image to see if he could help me figure out what was going on here. But unfortunately, his wife recently informed me that he'd clawed his own eyes out. I'm sure the cause was unrelated to this beauty of an image. So those are the top 5 pictures on DeviantArt. You may now go back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Obscurity, obscurity, obscurity. If I've learned anything about DeviantArt, it's that obscurity is kind of irrelevant. We're talking about a place where it's easy and common to stumble across things such as photoshopped images of Iron Man with Tintin character Captain Haddock's face. How do you even think of that? Well, how about this one where someone recast Justice League with random cartoon characters? With Superman as Ariel from The Little Mermaid, and Cyborg as Po from Kung Fu Panda, and so on. The deeper you go, the weirder it becomes. I once found a post that was a user replying to questions that people had left for their original character to answer. One of those questions was, do you ever have a fight on someone? And they try but you succeed. To which the original character, which I guess is based on the Phineas and Ferb platypus, replied with,
I try not to fight unless I have to, or if I'm dealing with my nemesis. As for the success rate, it depends really.
how the hell are you even supposed to react to something like that? Oh, here's a good one. Kylo Ren mourning over his late dead friend. And guess who his friend is? His friend is the Storm King from the My Little Pony movie. Right. Speaking of My Little Pony, how about a Dead Space necromorph, but a pony? Trust me, and there is weirder than this. But how about a death battle between Gazelle from Kingsman: The Secret Service and Mercury Black from that Rooster Teeth show? No, is that not far enough for you? Okay, how about this one? Queen Sonica. You really do not want to go down the Sonic rabbit hole. That one really is never ending. You can blame Lord Bung for me finding this following one, but there's this one account who specializes in taking screenshots from mostly animated movies and completely warping them into either being totally abstract or just making the characters fat as hell. My personal favorite is the Happy Feet collection.
Even if we're fat, we can survive this. Come on, let's pick up the pace.
What is with this fat obsession? I just don't get it. To help prove just how inside baseball DeviantArt can get with its weird treasure trove of confusing and awful, I asked my Twitter followers to name me some obscure franchises and properties. I'm going to search for some of them and see what the results are. You know what, I'm going to start us off with the Will Smith movie, After Earth. Well, we're off to a good start then. I guess there are people out there who like this property enough to sit down and spend time dedicating artwork to it. So Chris Raygun recommended the But Ugly Martians, you know, that classic that everyone loves. Well, there's a surprise. DeviantArt hasn't forgotten about But Ugly Martians. Even got a But Ugly Martians and the Cramp Twins crossover here. Late Night Gaming recommends JJ the Jet Plane. He was kind of the first anthroplane in a way. Well, we got a animal with plane wings. We got him right here. JJ the jet plane's mum. All right, and the dad. That's nice. A whole family of planes. Got him as an emo. We got. Yeah, I think this is a success. The King of Obscurity, Ashens, recommends Pole Position. Haven't even heard of that one. Ponies, fat swollen woman, porn, furry porn. There we go. There's some fan art of Pole Position. Lord Bung recommends The Legend of the Sky Kingdom. What is this? Right, I searched The Legend of the Sky Kingdom. Not seeing anything. Well, it looks like Bung wins a sticker for this one. I don't see nothing. He defeated DeviantArt. I'm going to take my own suggestion of the Clangers and see what comes up. Yeah, there are many clanger results. Pyrocynical did a good job of ruining my thread by putting a picture of PewDiePie in it, so let's search for PewDiePie, why not? So obviously there are a lot of results. Got a good Family Guy meme here. We got one of PewDiePie peeling his own skin off. Okay, that's enough of that one. Okay, Quentin Reviews has Squirrel Boy. Squirrel Boy. 7,000 results, but none of these seem relevant. They just look like nonsense. We've got some Ice Age fan out there. Just a lot of furry stuff. Because I guess squirrels. Lots of squirrel fans. Not seeing any squirrel man or whatever the hell it was called. Looks like Quentin wins as well. This meme put Hunt Down the Freeman. But you know what? I'm going to search it. Has anyone done any Hunt Down the Freeman artwork? Well, there are 150 results. Well, there are some good memes here. Oh, and of course, a pony with the most classic quote from Hunt Down the Freeman. I'm going to go off this now. Let's pick one more here. I'm going to go with Tony Lloyd here with Delgo. That epic looking film. God, it looks brilliant. Delgo, come on. 178 results. Doesn't look like anyone in the world is a fan of Delgo. Oh no, there's a screen there, but it's called Animated Atrocities. Wow, I did some more digging and found this. I guess that counts. I suppose DeviantArt is the place you can go to express whatever strange fantasy or bizarre idea you have floating around in that nutty old head of yours. Hell, even my old stuff I used to put on there is pretty whack. Like this thing. A lot of what's on here is pretty good, but a hell of a lot of it is embarrassing and bad. Every time you doubt your own artistic abilities or feel like you're stuck in a rut, I recommend having a long browse at DeviantArt, because while it sucks that there are so many people who are much better than you, it's nice to remind yourself that there are also a lot of untalented, useless people who have no idea what they're doing, and by comparison, make you look bloody impressive.